When you're with someone in bed, it's never really about the act itself. It's about the connection that breathes through every touch, every whisper, every shared silence. Most people think intimacy is about the physical rhythm, the passion, the movements, but the truth is, what stays in a person's heart long after the lights go out isn't the body. It's the feeling. It's the energy between two souls that says, I see you, I feel you, I'm here with you. That kind of connection is rare, and when it happens, it's unforgettable. Picture it, the world outside fades, and it's just the two of you. He looks at you, not with hunger, but with depth. His eyes don't wander, they rest. His hands don't grab, they linger. That's when you know something more powerful is unfolding. You can feel his heartbeat change. His breathing slows down as if time itself has surrendered to the moment. He's not thinking about what's next or what came before. He's just there, fully. That's connection. Most people chase excitement in intimacy. But the truth is, excitement fades. Connection deepens. When he's with you and senses that something about this moment is different, that it's not about performance or perfection, it imprints on. It becomes part of his emotional DNA. You see, men remember the women who make them feel. They might forget the details, the place, the night, even the words, but they never forget the feeling of being seen, the feeling of being accepted without judgment, the feeling of being known. If in that space he feels safe enough to let his walls down, to laugh, to breathe, to whisper things he's never said out loud, that's when intimacy turns into connection. You become not just a body beside him, but a heartbeat he never knew he needed. You become the calm to his chaos, the stillness in his storm. That's the kind of presence that doesn't fade when morning comes. It lingers. It stays in his chest, in the back of his mind, in the rhythm of his day. Anyone can share a bed, but not everyone can share presence. Presence is when he feels you, not just your skin, but your soul. When your touch tells him, you're safe here. When your silence says, I understand. When your laughter becomes the melody he didn't know he was missing. That's what keeps a man coming back. Not the thrill, but the truth. The truth of knowing that for once, he didn't have to pretend to be anything. He could just be. And when a man experiences that, when he lies next to you and feels a connection that doesn't ask for anything, doesn't measure, doesn't compare, something inside him shifts. Same shift. It's no longer about desire, it's about belonging. Because in that moment, he's not just with you, he's home. And home isn't something a man ever forgets or ever stops wanting. It becomes a part of him. It becomes the quiet reason why, no matter where he goes or who he meets, he'll always find himself thinking back to you. Here's something most people never realize. Men crave emotional safety as deeply as women do. They're just not taught to talk about it. The world tells them to be strong, to keep it together, to never show fear or softness. But when he's with you and, for the first time, feels like he can drop the armor, that's when something sacred happens. The moment he senses he doesn't have to perform, that he can exhale, that he doesn't have to carry the weight of always being the man, that's the moment he begins to fall in a way that's not just physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual. In that space, in that bed, if you make him feel that he's not being judged or tested, but understood, something inside him opens. It's subtle. You'll notice it in how his body relaxes, how his laughter becomes freer, how his voice softens when he speaks. It's the moment he allows himself to be real. You become the one person in his world where he doesn't need to be perfect, and that's when love starts to feel like peace. It's no longer about lust or adrenaline. It's about the quiet safety that says, you don't have to prove anything here. That feeling is powerful. It's addictive. Because the truth is, men live in a constant storm of expectation, pressure to succeed, to provide, to lead, to never show fear. But when he's with you and feels like he can just be, that storm starts to calm. He's not thinking about work, about what he lacks, or about who he needs to be for the world. He's thinking about how it feels to be seen by you, just as he is, and that is what binds him to you. Not the beauty of your body, but the sanctuary of your presence. You become his escape from the noise, the only space where he doesn't need to wear his strength like armor. It's in those quiet moments, when you rest your head on his chest, when you laugh about something silly, when your fingers trace his skin without needing to take or demand, that he begins to trust you. Trust, not because of promises, but because of how you make him feel. And trust, once felt, becomes the root of everything lasting. He starts to look forward to that peace more than anything else. It becomes the air he wants to breathe. You stop being just a lover and become something far more intimate, his safe place. And when you give that kind of emotional safety, he can't hide from it, even when he tries. He'll compare every other moment, every other connection to how it felt with you. The laughter that didn't feel forced, the silence that didn't feel awkward, the warmth that didn't need words. Because deep down, what every man is looking for isn't someone who excites him for a night. It's someone who makes his heart rest. When he realizes that being near you feels like peace, he begins to understand something life-changing. Peace isn't found in solitude, it's found in you. He may not say it, he may not even understand it fully. But when he leaves, he'll feel the absence. He'll miss that quiet safety that he only found with you. Because when a man finds emotional safety in a woman, it's not something he can unfeel. He may chase success, distractions, or new beginnings, but nothing will compare to the feeling of being fully accepted, fully free, fully himself. With you, that's when he realizes you're not just someone he wants. You're someone he can't live without, right? The kind of woman a man can't forget isn't the one who tries to be perfect, or the one who competes to please him. It's the one who shows up fully as herself. There's an energy about a woman who is comfortable in her own skin, one that doesn't chase, doesn't beg, doesn't perform. She radiates something rare, authenticity. When you're with him in bed, it's not about what you do, it's about what you bring, that playful spark, that quiet confidence, that freedom that says, I'm not here to impress you, I'm here to feel with you. And that right there is what captures him completely. When a man meets a woman who embraces her femininity, not as a role, but as an energy, he feels it like electricity in the air. It's in the way you move, the way you smile, the way you breathe. It's in how you can go from teasing laughter to soft silence in a heartbeat. You become unpredictable in the best way. You awaken his senses not just with touch, but with presence. He feels that you're not performing for him, you're expressing you. You're alive, spontaneous, magnetic, and that kind of energy cannot be faked or forgotten. He starts to realize that you don't need him to validate you. Your worth doesn't depend on his attention. His attention is simply drawn to you. Because what truly mesmerizes a man is not control, it's surrender. The woman who is free enough to be herself, who isn't afraid of her softness or her strength, becomes unforgettable. When you allow your joy to flow naturally, when your laughter fills the air and your eyes light up with mischief or warmth, you become a reflection of something he rarely finds. Aliveness is irresistible. When he's with you and feels that energy, he realizes that he's not just attracted to your body, he's addicted to your essence. You're the woman who makes him feel things he can't explain. You're the calm after his chaos, the spark after his dull days, the unpredictability that makes him feel alive again. He can't get enough of you because your energy awakens a part of him he didn't know existed. And what's even more powerful, you're not trying to give him anything. You're just being. You're fully present, fully feminine, fully you. There's a quiet strength in a woman who knows her own value. She doesn't try to hold him tightly because she knows her energy is what keeps him close. She understands that love isn't a performance. It's an exchange of truth. And when you show up with that truth, when your energy says, I'm here because I choose to be, not because I need to be, you give him something he didn't know he was searching for. Freedom. Freedom to love without fear, to feel without defense, to desire without guilt. That kind of love doesn't chain him, it changes him. And here's the secret. When he realizes your energy is genuine, that it's not a mask you wear to win him, he becomes protective of it. He treasures it. Because deep down, every man knows how rare it is to meet a woman who is both soft and strong, playful and grounded, loving yet self-assured. When he lies beside you and feels that balance, he feels something he can't replicate with anyone else. He realizes that your energy doesn't belong to him. It's a gift he gets to experience. And that gratitude turns into attachment. That attachment turns into devotion. Because when a man feels that a woman's spirit makes him feel more alive, he stops looking elsewhere. He stops comparing. He stops running. He starts holding tighter, not out of possession, but out of awe. He knows that if he ever lost you, he wouldn't just lose intimacy. He'd lose the feeling of being fully alive. You become the memory that lingers in his thoughts, the standard that no one else meets, the heartbeat that echoes long after you're gone. Because when your energy is real, when your love is alive, and when your presence is honest, he doesn't just want you. He needs you. He can't live without you.